So you found a leather jacket at a thrift store, garage sale, maybe Facebook Marketplace, and you want to check to see if it's real, genuine, bovine, real leather, or if it's polyurethane. Today I'm going to show 5 ways that you can instantly tell if a leather jacket is the real deal. Before we start, can you tell which of these jackets is fake? Leave a comment down below. Now people might say, just open up the jacket and look at the tag, it'll tell you. Well, this one has no tag. All right, our first test is called the pinch test. Real leather is quite thick and it should give you about 1/4 of an inch between your fingers. Now, if we look at this other jacket, we see how thin this material actually is, and it has failed the pinch test. Now, if we do look at the tag, we have a 60% PU. That stands for polyurethane. To make a PU jacket, they will typically take a backing material and then they'll coat it in polyurethane and then emboss it, essentially stamp it with a leather texture to give the appearance of leather, but obviously not as thick. That leads us to the texture test. Is the texture varied? Leather kind of is like a fingerprint. Each piece of leather is unique in the different textures that it holds. Since PU leather is stamped or embossed, the texture is very uniform throughout without a lot of hills and valleys. In the leather, it's way smoother. Next up is the water test. Real leather should absorb water while polyurethane should repel it and it will puddle and pool on the surface. So we'll put a little on our real leather here and a little on our polyurethane. Now you'll notice after a minute the water has begun to sink into my real leather jacket while it is still pooled on top of the artificial leather. The last test is just to feel the weight of the jacket. Typically a real leather jacket will be much heavier than polyurethane. Now there are 2 tests that I've seen out there which I think are kind of stupid. The first one is the burn test. Obviously, if you burn real leather, it will smell like burnt flesh, almost like hair. If you burn PU, it will smell more like chemical. That's a stupid idea. You're not gonna go burn the sleeve of a leather jacket just to see if it's real. So skip the burn test, would not recommend. The other one is the smell test. Now, yes, a brand new PU jacket does smell a bit like chemical and there is a very distinct smell to leather, but I condition my leather coat quite often and it will often smell like the conditioner that I've placed in it, so it is kind of hard to tell the difference between real leather and PU based on smell alone. If the leather jacket has been treated recently or consistently with some conditioner, it might smell a little chemically similar to the PU leather. So I don't trust the smell test, and the burn test is just plain old stupid. So why even bother purchasing a polyurethane imitation leather jacket? Well, the number 1 pro is the price. This is going to be $100 versus hundreds or even thousands of dollars for a comparable leather jacket. The next pro is the weight. Because it is a thinner material, it is quite a bit lighter on the body, a bit more flexible if you're just looking to wear this casually and not looking for any kind of wind protection, like if you're riding a motorcycle or needing some heavier protection against the elements. Now, in my opinion, the pros really stop there with polyurethane imitation leather. The number 1 con of this kind of leather is the durability. Since this is a polymer coating, it will start to crack, peel, and flake off. And unlike a leather jacket, you cannot treat and condition polyurethane. This is an artificial polymer. It is not something that you can put oils and conditioners in to maintain. Once it starts to go, it starts to go, and there's really nothing you can do to get it back. Another con about a fake leather jacket is the liner. Typically it's made out of nylon, polyester, very cheaply made, and this also will not hold up long term. For comparison, I've owned this leather jacket for over a decade, and I've owned this PU for about 2 years, and it's already starting to deteriorate. In my opinion, it is worth the investment to invest in real leather if you want something that will stay durable, long-lasting over time. If you just want to grab a leather jacket, look cool, not wear it very much, maybe this is just on your date nights or whatever every now and again, I think a PU jacket is fine. But chances are, after a few short years, these jackets will end up in the thrift store where you found it, trying to see if it was real leather or not. Anyway, leave a comment down below. Is real leather worth it? Or does PU hit the mark for a cheaper price point? Be sure to subscribe to EDC Vibes, and I'll see you next time.